Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how easy it is to fix the Crown Vic and how cheap it is to keep the Crown Vic maintained. So before we get started, I'll give you guys a walk around. If you haven't been following the channel, this is a 2005 Ford Crown Victoria. As you see, the weather is kind of cloudy today, so I'm going to try to make this video pretty quick. So, if you've seen my last video, you know that I did have a ABS and brake light come on. And as you can see right now, they are off. No brake light, and I think the ABS light be right over there. So currently they are off. And to fix the problem, all I had to do was buy some brake fluid and fill it up. I still have to fill up the power steering fluid. It is low. But other than that, I filled it up and now it is back to normal for the most part. So hopefully it doesn't come back on. I have driven it for about 3 or 4 days and it's no lights at all. But getting to that, mainly everything on the Crown Vic is pretty easy to access under the hood. Prices are pretty cheap on parts. And so with that being said, you're able to maintain the Crown Vic for a lot cheaper, and they are very reliable. So even if you do have to replace parts, you can get another 50 to 100,000 miles out of those parts. And most of the time you don't have any serious issues with the car as long as you stay maintaining it. Now there are some cases where the parts may be cheap, but the maintenance itself is expensive. If you have a newer Crown Vic, some of these problems won't exist, but if you have an older Crown Vic, you will have some of these problems, such as if you have the digital climate control. It is known for going out, and the blend door actuator, which is behind this dashboard, can be pretty expensive to get fixed. The part itself is only like 50 bucks, but you have to remove your entire dash to replace that part. Some people say you could probably go inside or whatever, but for the most part, you have to remove the dash. Another thing on these cars is cheap, but it can be a little expensive if you don't want to do it yourself, is the suspension. Parts for that can range anywhere from 30 bucks on up to like ball joints and things like that. But once again, if you don't want to do it yourself, it can get a little pricey, especially depending on what type of mechanic you go to. Some people like to rip you off, and some are fair. But if you choose to do the maintenance yourself, you can get it done. Like I said, you might have to replace a ball joint. The ball joint itself is 50 bucks. You can rent the tool, the ball joint press tool, put it in yourself, and there you go. The only thing you have to do then is take it and get an alignment for the front end. Other than that, you'll be all out of no more than 200 bucks, versus if you take it to the shop, you might be out of 500 bucks for just one side of the car. And if the other side needed, then you add you another 500, and now you're at $1,000 just for maintenance on the front. But like I said, if you can find a cheap mechanic who know how to do good work, you'll be okay. Also, tires. Some cars have odd numbers, and the newer Crown Vics do have 17-inch rims. The older ones have 16, and 16 is more common, so tires are cheap. Even on the 17, you might be able to find them pretty easy, but I know for a fact that the 16s pretty much keep those in stock, so you'll be good to go. Outside body parts, You gotta have a ton of them. You can go to the junkyard and get fenders, hood, doors, whatever you need. If you need to fix any damage on the outside, and you can get that for really, really cheap. You can even order it brand new for cheap, so that wouldn't be a big deal if you had to rebuild a Crown Vic. But like I said, I wanted to keep this video short and simple. So if you have any information you want to add to what I just said, you can leave it down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not, subscribe to the channel to follow me. Other than that, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.